Let's talk My Hero Academia. Okay, so if you haven't heard of My Hero Academia, I don't blame you. It's this really obscure anime about superheroes that I doubt many of you would have heard of. Most of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who are uninitiated, this anime is about superheroes and how pretty much 80% of the world developed a quirk practically overnight. So from a young age, our main star, Deku, whose full name I can't remember, from a young age, he's wanted to be a hero. There's just one problem. As I said, there are 80% of the people in this world that have a quirk. He doesn't. So, yeah. Right off the bat, we have a guy who wants to be a hero, but he can't, but he doesn't know if he can because he doesn't have a quirk. And on top of that, he has an inferiority complex because everybody is telling him that no, he can't be a hero because he doesn't have a quirk. So we have this kid who's been bullied to the point where he has an inferiority complex. One of them being this guy, Bakugo, who has explosion powers. He can fire explosive blasts out of his hands, which is kind of cool. But he also torches Deku's notebook of every time a hero has fought that he's taken note of and all the different powers that they've had. So that kind of sucks. But Deku, upon getting his book burnt and thrown out the window, goes to retrieve it. And it's not even that badly burnt, it's just a little crisped. But it's still functional, and maybe a little soaked. And on his way out, he heads home. It's at this point where he encounters a villain that All Might had been chasing in the previous scene, who tries to steal Deku's body and basically possess him. And he's a giant fluid monster. We don't really know all that much about him. That's all we really know. All we know other than that is that some of the heroes some of the people with quirks in My Hero Academia don't exactly know what to do with their powers, and this goopy guy is one of them. And just when Deku thinks he's about to die from suffocation, All Might shows up and sends the villain flying off of Deku and then captures him in a water bottle. All while Deku is on the brink of unconsciousness, as I should mention. It's at this point where Deku wakes up a few minutes later, realizes All Might, his hero, is standing right in front of him, and does what any normal guy would do and freaks out. He's taken aback. He doesn't know why All Might's there. All he knows is that All Might's there. But after giving Deku his autograph, All Might tries to take off, but Deku clings to his leg. And we also see a glimpse of All Might coughing up blood. And I know from the episode preview for the next episode that are usually at the end of series like this, that he can't maintain his powers for more. So from what I can figure is that he gains overwhelming power, but it slowly kills him because we see a scene where he transforms from his standard form into his big form. So we know for a fact that he's not normally a big buff burly dude like we see in the anime. So we know for a fact that he's powerful, but we don't really know what he looks like as a standard character, as a standard citizen at this point. Although a quick Google search will probably fix that. But because I do Google pictures of the characters that I need for the anime, and I'm probably going to wind up spoiling it for myself. I don't read anything, but I see pictures. But anyway, so after realizing Deku was clinging to his leg, All Might decides to drop him off on a building and is about to take off again until Deku asks him that even though he's quirkless, if he can actually be a hero like All Might. And All Might just stops and turns back to him. And that's where the episode ends, because that's where it sets up the pretty brilliant idea for this. So it starts off with a world where everybody has superpowers, our main character being one of the few that doesn't, and he wants to be a hero anyway. So we have our rule of three. We have our main character, what he wants, and why it's going to be a challenge for him. Deku wants to be a hero, but the problem is he has no quirk in a world where everybody has a quirk. So he has to overcome that limitation. But that's really not too big a deal, because believe it or not, there are superheroes in the real world that actually do go out and fight crime on a daily basis. Probably not in the traditional way you're thinking, with like Batman going in and punching the Joker, but guys and gals who do go out in costume and do the best they can to make the world a better place, either by helping stop an armed robber with the aid of the police, or dropping off blankets for the homeless, or something like that. So it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that Deku could just become a hero in a world where everybody has superpowers and he doesn't. Because there are animes like this, like One Punch Man and Samurai Flamenco, who show the exact same thing. So it's definitely a possibility. And there are real world implications to this, because there are people who actually do go out and become superheroes. So Deku shouldn't doubt himself here. I mean, after all, he is the main character. And there's 3 seasons I need to watch. So I sincerely doubt he's not going to become a hero by the end of this. I sincerely doubt that. But yes, this series has a lot of personality. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching the rest of it. So it's definitely going to be in my best interest to follow the series weekly. But for right now, if you guys have seen this episode of My Hero Academia, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit that like and the subscribe button. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!
Oh, it's Beast Boy. And Raven. Oh boy.